This is Catherine Isabel, and you're listening to the Knife Party podcast. I hope you enjoy it, because I don't.
Groovy. Hello and welcome to Threads of Horror. I am your host, Zach Evergreen, and join me with me today is Theodore Alexander from, of course, Threads of History. Let's peel a thing and see what unravels.
Yeah, let's pull on a thread and see what unravels.
Sorry, buddy. I just wanted to give you a cool little intro.
No, I love that. That's great.
So, guys, if you're listening to the show and you haven't heard me blathering on my show, we're on X right now, and I'm talking to you, Japan, because we love you. Konnichiwa, everybody. I have the Theodore Alexander from Threads of History on right now. Now, I think I was the first one ever to bring you on a podcast a few years ago, but now you have your own, and it's kicking butt. My wife loves it. I love it. It's like got such a great voice. It's like all awesome. Like before I go to sleep, it's one of my favorite things to listen to when I'm trying to wind down.
That's so cool to hear, man. I absolutely love that.
Mm-hmm. It's really cool. It's educational. You learn a lot of stuff. But anyway, Theodore Alexander, not only podcaster and Pipes of Gold, but also a would-be voice actor, and I knew him at the distillery a few years back, and just turns out we had so much in common, and now, especially movies, and you always pick out some good ones. Le Pacte de Loup was the last one you picked out, Brotherhood of the Wolf, great movie. And then you picked out Perfume, and we've been sitting on this for like 2 or 3 years, and I keep saying I'm not going to.
It was one of the first things we said.
Yeah. And I said I wasn't going to review this movie until I actually have you in studio. I'm going to bump up your volume just a little bit. You don't have to do anything. I'm doing it more remotely. But yeah, no, finally we got a chance. We got some time off, and I watched it last night. You just finished it 15 minutes ago.
Uh-huh.
So
I watched most of it last night. We were actually watching it at the same time, but I had to go do stuff.
Yeah, I said, hey, guess what I'm watching? And then you sent me a picture.
The end is very fresh.
Yes. We're going to talk about it. I got a lot of fun facts. You could get this, of course, on DVD. I always recommend you buy physical media. I don't think there's a metal box version out, but I did rent this on Amazon just because it was kind of a last minute thing and I needed to get it. But I do love that Amazon actually has the fun facts and trivia. And so I wrote down all that stuff that I thought was unique and entertaining. But we're going to dive into this. Now, Theodore, I love asking this. But before we get into that, let's do some ads real quick. Remember, patreon.com/knifepartypod is where you go to sign up. Because remember, I have 5 kids to feed. For $5, not only gets you this show, it also gets you Midnight Ramen, which is my retro video game podcast. It also gets you Slam Rock Radio, which is not safe for work slock jockery. That's pretty cool, and it will definitely get you fired, so don't play it at work. And I also have another one called Knife Party After Dark, and it's usually when I'm too intoxicated to post an episode, but we record it anyway, and so it goes there. So there you go. You get. I have, last time I counted, something like 524 hours of audio entertainment. So for $5 a month, I doubt you can listen to all of them in a month. And we have a free trial, so check it out. We also have our Blood Diner t-shirts coming up for all new members. Those are going to go out in October. So sign up now and tell me your t-shirt size. If you sign up and you don't tell me your t-shirt size, I don't know what to get you. So anyway, there you go. And also we have our new music by our band, Heaven's Heels, out. And you can always email me. I answer every and all emails at knifepartypod at yahoo.com because I keep it old school. And Theodore, how do we reach you?
For years and years, the answer to that question was fucking don't. There's one. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. All right.
You gotta get your finger on that bleep button, man. Sorry, everybody.
It's all right.
Gosh, I guess you can reach me at
Well, what promote your X account? That's a good way to get you started.
Yeah, there we go. You can tweet at me. Do we still tweet? Or
Yeah,
do
we still call them
execute
tweets. We still call them tweets. We don't call them X's. Yeah, so you could always look under my friends at Father Heel, and you could find threads of history. I actually have you bookmarked at my top right now, so that way people can go ahead and check you out.
That's going to be at ThreadPod916.
There you go, at ThreadPod916. So, anyway, how is before we get in the movie, how is podcasting life treating you? Are you digging it? Are you liking the culture? Is everyone being nice to you? Or are you running into a lot of D-bags?
You know, I'm so doing, and we talked about this about my career in general. I'm doing most of it in a complete vacuum because I was against social media for so long, and now that I'm trying to do it, I find myself just not knowing anything about it. So I didn't even have a X account until yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
Per your suggestion. And every one of my like 4 friends that have heard this podcast are saying that they like it and it's good and that, but I haven't. You are the podcast community as far as I know, and you've been treating me awesome. So I guess that's what I can say about that.
Don't worry, I'm going to have Kevin Smith on in about an hour, and we're going to be talking about Tremors and Slither, and I'm definitely going to introduce you guys very soon. By the way, notice this T-shirt next month. Japan, I'm talking to you. You guys are my number 1 downloaders. We are doing Godzilla month all of September, so stay tuned for that. But today we're going to talk some Perfume. But don't worry, I'll introduce you some other people. You just got to watch out because sometimes you think you're like making friends with some cool people in the podcast community, and it turns out they're all like weird political alien, like flock camera, like stuff. And we just want to stay away from that. Like, people come here for an escape. I try to give them cool sci-fi retro horror movies. People come to you for history. And
I'm with you. I'll step on the rocks you step on. Nobody will fall in the bog.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, I mean, just the history of the kilt, the button, the mustache. I really love your show. I'm not even blowing smoke. It's a really great show. Everyone should check out Threads of History. No doubt.
Yeah, it's just started as I was kind of nerding out with my boss at the clothing store that I work at, and he turned out to be a little nerdier than I thought. And then I started asking him questions, and he didn't know the answer. And if I have one small question about something, then that's my life for a week. So I just dove in, and now I'm just finding out weird things about clothes that I didn't know or didn't know that I wanted to know. And I'm having a really great time doing it. They're fairly simple, and I did it to just get me in front of the microphone because I was slacking off on my auditions and being a practicer, and it just gets me in front of the mic, you know?
I'm telling you, hours spent behind the mic cannot be replaced. Like, you really got, there was a time where I slacked off on this, and it was when my podcast partner left, Antonius Montana. And I swear I was doing this like once every 2 weeks, and I was kind of had my toes out of it, and my numbers started dropping. And then when I was like, I'm going to really take this seriously, and I'm really trying to take it seriously. Hence why I try to do radio without using the correct words, meaning like trying to be more, like FC, like to pretend FCC's listening and everything else. And that's kind of when things picked up for me. So I'm telling you, hours behind the mic is not replaced. It's just an instrument, man. If you put it down, you forget about it, it's going to go away. So, good for you. I'm glad you're hopping on it. And, anyway, so, this movie is about to celebrate, or if it has not already, I think it's 20th year, 20th birthday. And this actually is a German film. By the way, the full title is Perfume, The Story of a Murder, which is incorrect because there's actually 13 or maybe 14 murders that actually happen in this. I think the body count is, if you count Jean-Baptiste, I think it's 15 murders and then 5 accidents that happen to other people.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, this got pretty pandered. And I like to start off the show. I stole this actually from somebody else, but when did you first see this movie? How old were you? Like, what was it like? Like, did you see it in the theater? Did you rent it? Did someone recommend it? Was it a girlfriend? Like, how did you actually come across this?
I think it was a random. I wouldn't have pegged myself as this, but apparently I really enjoy 18th century French period pieces.
You're kind of, I'm not going to lie.
That's Pac de Loup. That's Delicious, which is about the invention of the restaurant. And anyway, so I'm surfing and I'm always looking for something new because I don't want to get on this soapbox because I will stand and shout for a very long time, but the sequel and reboot era has to die.
Okay, I agree. I agree with you partially.
I'm done.
I agree with you partially because the 80s reboot era was great when we had The Fly, The Blob, The Thing, right? And
right, but it wasn't just movie after movie after movie to this, or the Marvel chain.
No,
like,
that needs to die.
I don't want to have to see 40. I've not seen so many of them now that I no longer care. So I'm always looking for one-offs and unique films, and I probably saw it on Amazon when it was released on Amazon for free because I don't pay for movies.
I'm pretty sure this was
scum, I know, but
I'm pretty sure this was like part of Amazon's Prime's collection at a time. I always say buy physical media because what you have on Amazon or Netflix,
they can't take it away.
Exactly, and they can't edit it. But so I actually did you see it like when it was released in 2006 or did you see it later?
No, I must have seen it later because I saw it with my ex-wife, and we got married in 2013.
Okay.
So I must have seen this after 2013. So
by the way, because you're, I'm not gonna call you a hipster because you're not, because hipsters are kind of scene kids, but you definitely have that 17th, 18th century vibe about you. I would definitely recommend if you're playing any video games anytime soon, PlayStation 4's Bloodborne. I think you would love that game because it's right up your alley about just the look and aesthetic of it. And also another one may I recommend, because it's part of my show, man. I have to recommend things. I also recommend Vampyr, Vampyre. It's a very fun game based off of The Witcher's combat system, but it takes place in 18th century France where you're a doctor. It's really great. And it's like a heartbreaking story. It's worth playing it just for the story. And your actions choose whether France actually becomes totally filled with the Black Plague, totally filled with vampires, or it's all good. So it's kind of fun to replay because there's multiple endings, but those are the two things I must recommend to you. All right, cool. So I saw this actually when it came out. I think I saw it in 2007. It was my guitar player's girlfriend loved this movie. She loved Alan Rickman. Anything Alan Rickman was in, that was her favorite actress, or actor, rather. That was her favorite actor. Sorry, apologize. Pronouns, pal. And she's like, and Josh, the guitar player, was really into like Pan's Labyrinth, Le Pacte de Loup, things like that. He was really into foreign films, especially Korean films as well, and even like weird like Chinese and Japanese horror. And so he was on this whole like I'm not watching anything from America kick, and he discovered this movie. And I remember the first time watching it and loving the cinematography, loving the story, finding a lot of inconsistencies. So I've only seen this about 3 times, maybe 4 times in my life. And, but rewatching it, I have some new theories on it, and I'm pretty. Right. But anyway, so what would you give this? So this got pandered. The tomato meter gave it a 59. The popcorn meter, meaning the fans, gave it a 74. Yeah. What would you give this? I'm giving this just for its idea, how original it is, the great cinematography in this. I'm going to give this a 78.
I would say that's. I mean, for originality, 10 out of 10, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a book first, so that's okay. But the story was really, really unique and wonderfully told. And it's really intriguing how you make a movie that's primarily about a sense that cannot be portrayed in a visual form, which we can get into later. But it uses the soundscape and visuals, sort of ASMR, to represent what smell is like. But I say the originality is really what kings it for me. It was such a beautifully unique concept. And a beautiful movie aesthetically, and its music and its the soundscape. I just can't say enough about. So I would probably say an 80, like a solid 80. It's a bit gruesome, really. It's a little bit gruesome. I mean, it's not bloody, right? It's not. Yeah. There's not blood. It's just
it's Hitchcockian.
What makes it gruesome is Paris was gross.
Yes. No, you're
Paris
right.
It's gross. Like every part of it is gross in the 18th century. I mean, it smells bad. That's their whole thing, right?
It's very aesthetically. It's kind of like the movie Saw, where like sometimes the room itself is grosser than the blood, right? You know,
right.
So you're right. The sets in this are like you can. You know what's funny about this movie is you can almost actually smell this movie. You know what I mean? Like the way they, and you're right, the way they use the camera. And this was later ripped off when they did the movie Daredevil, not the crappy one with Ben Affleck, but the one that was actually the series on Netflix, where they actually use him being sightless and using his ears, and they use a filming technique. They actually use a filming technique in here where you almost see through his nose. Now, here goes a funny thing, and I don't make the show about me or anything, but I am blind as a bat. I actually have to wear these. These are HD glasses. So meaning I cannot drive or perceive the color black, and I can't drive at night without these because it looks like static. So they just invented these.
Perceive the color black?
Yeah. So it looks like static to me. So it looks like, it looks like pink and blue bubbles. Like it looks like a distortion. Yeah. It's called night blindness. So I can't see black looks if you're wearing all black, you look two-dimensional to me. It looks like the movie Predator. Like I can't perceive it.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, so I have to wear these. So these are like what baseball players used to use, but instead of being yellow now, they
Those Coke bottles, bud.
Kind of a little bit. So anyway, I'm really good at driving now. I am really good at driving, but like had I not have these, I have to concentrate on like the road itself. Now my hearing is my hearing is messed up too because of being in so many metal bands. So this ear is basically trash. But my sense of smell is in.
Did you smell your way through the world?
I swear to you, like there is some, like I sometimes walk in a room and go, and also too, being a wine sommelier and everything else for so long, I use my nose so much. So this movie is kind of like, you're right. It's a weird superpower. One wouldn't think. Now, I can't smell a plum flying at my head like he does in this movie. However, no, I could walk into a room and be like, yo, like, you got black mold in here. I've actually, I've told when this has happened many a times, I could tell usually when females are ovulating or having other things just by smell. And, I could definitely tell if like you have water damage in your home just from walking in the room, or if you have a cat.
So you can, effectively you can smell like pheromonal changes and in like BO and stuff.
Yeah. So that they say the Lord giveth, they taketh away. I swear my sense of like rhythm, like meaning if someone's walking, I could tell who's in the house or if it's a stranger. Not even on sound, just on rhythm, but also smells too. I could like identify people by like and here's the weird thing. I'm kind of like this guy in a way too, because I actually don't have stinky BO at all. Like I almost don't have a scent. Like everyone always says, I only shower once every 3 weeks. And that's only if I like barbecue or I'm around cigarettes or something. Because that's the only time I really have like a very neutralized smell. So I totally identify with this John Baptiste guy. And we both have an affinity for redheads. And let's just be honest, they smell better.
Huh.
Anyway. So cool.
I don't know a lot about you just now. That's wild.
Well, it is, dude. You've worked with me before. I don't stink. I really don't. And if I do ever wear anything, it's either secret deodorant, which like you put it on once and you're good for like 4 days. And then the only thing I do if I ever want to smell, if I'm going out somewhere like, because I don't like to smell, because if you're drinking wine or beer or spirits.
Oh, it will interrupt the whole experience.
It does. Yeah, it interrupts everything. So the only thing I ever wear is oil-based stuff. So I might wear lavender oil like when I'm driving because it calms you down and it's nice to smell. But that's about it.
Okay, yeah.
And like when and then when I wash my hands, I use Dove unscented, non-chemical, whatever, because I have like it's because I have weird sensitive skin too. I think that's part of it. So yeah, anyway. But yeah, like if I go to the gym and you smell my gym bag, you're like, dude, you don't smell at all. The only scent I actually have is from my boots because my boots are always leather. So it does make your feet stinkies, but I mean, that's just leather. So yeah, we're learning a lot about Zach today.
Yeah, that's eye-opening or nose-opening, I guess.
Yeah. So
not?
So anyway, Tom, I'm gonna butcher his name. Tykwer, Tykwer. director.
Yeah.
John Bastige is played by Ben Winshaw. And then we have...
do you know what else that guy does?
Oh, whoa. What does he do?
He's the voice of Paddington Bear.
Doesn't he also do the narration voice of this movie?
No, John Hurt does the narration voice of this movie.
Oh, okay. All right.
But no, the perfume murderer is the voice of Paddington Bear.
Shut the front door. That's awesome. I did not know that. Okay. So yeah, he's in the. Now, do you know who was supposed to play him? And you're gonna laugh when I tell you.
Who was slated before he got cast? I do not.
DiCaprio.
Yuck.
I totally wouldn't have worked.
Oh, you know,
right?
I did look something up about that it was going to be, and I think I had that reaction when I saw it because I think, okay, that's one of the things that I really liked about this movie. There were some big names, but they were in smaller places.
Yes.
Right. So you've got Dustin Hoffman.
Yes. And Alan Rickman.
The best, worst non-accent.
Okay. Hold on real quick. I never thought in a movie Dustin Hoffman would outact Alan Rickman, and he does. Dustin Hoffman, when he's doing the, like with the handkerchief and he's just smelling the air, and then he like gets drunk and falls asleep. That whole scene is one of the cheekiest, funnest scenes in this movie. Is when he's trying to figure out this new concoction that a rival perfume maker is making, right? Or colonist, rather. Is that what you call him? Colonist?
Perfumier.
Perfumier. There you go. Okay.
Perfumier, I think is how they say it with the French accent. Perfumier.
Yeah, but when he's in his apothecary and he's trying to figure it out, and he's like, just one by. I love that scene. Like, Dustin Hoffman is so good in this freaking movie that Alan Rickman comes in Act 2 and Act 3, Act 3 and Act 4, and tries to kind of, but it's like Dustin Hoffman is so adorable in this movie where he's like, he's reluctant to hire this guy. He's definitely taking advantage and using him. But at the same time, I mean, he doesn't even get mad when he kills his cat. Like, that would be a fireable offense, at least like in my terms. And by the way, what is it about movies today? I've seen 3 movies this week where a cat dies in a gruesome manner. Obsession, this movie, and I just got back from Last House on Oak Street. What is with the cat killing in movies, guys? Can we knock it off? We love cats. Stop killing cats.
I think the dog community got so upset about hurting dogs that they were just like, all right, no more.
Well, you would definitely love Oak Street because the dog is a freaking hero in that movie. It's by the way, here's my really quick review on that movie because we just saw it like today.
No spoilers, because I want to see that.
No spoilers. So
wanting to see a movie has not happened in a while.
It's probably the best dinosaur movie since the original Jurassic Park. So that's number 1. It's got a lot of Twilight Zone and even a sprinkling of Evil Dead in there. And it's got some time travel stuff, and it's definitely worth a watch. However, the dinosaurs look amazing. I must say this. They really do. There's an Allosaurus and a Spinosaurus, and the raptors it looks probably more correct than any other dinosaur movie I ever saw. It's lacking on the gore. There is some surprises, and then there's some not surprises, and they do throw in some woke points. I'm sorry to say it, but they have to, and it sucks. But because there's times where like, oh, this doesn't need to be in this movie. We're trying to fight dinosaurs, people. We don't. Anyway, but it is really good. I would give it a 76. But definitely do watch it. And definitely watch it.
I cannot wait to see it. It has been, that's one of the things why I like movies like Perfume, because I wouldn't classify it as an action movie. There's a lot of story to it.
No.
It's a one-off. It's unique.
It's a long burn.
These are all the things that I like about movies that I'm not getting out of what's currently coming out of the theater. Now, I imagine that, The End of Oak Street's an action movie, but also dinosaurs.
Well, it's more of a survival movie,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not just superheroes punching other superheroes.
Yeah, exactly. But the greatest thing about it is the movie is really about is a husband and wife that are going through a breakup to try to save their marriage and their children at the same time. So the whole thing is kind of the movie is kind of in a way like we're not only fighting these dinosaurs, we're like fighting to stay a couple, and if we're not a couple, we're gonna die. Basically, if this family breaks apart, we're not gonna survive. It's got a little bit of Krampus in there too, but anyway, yeah, I do recommend it, and I do recommend see it in the theater. I do have my problems with it, but I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll wait till you see it, and then we could talk about it at a different time. Another thing about this movie, so I'm just going through my random notes. I'm just grabbing random pages and turning them.
Yeah, go ahead, boss.
So, okay. Now, can we admit, we hate patchouli oil. It's the most annoying scent in the world. Remember when he's trying to figure out, he goes, I can make you a much better perfume master. When he first meets, when John Pastis first meets Hoffman's character, and he goes, the problem with it is there's too much patchouli oil. Patchouli oil sucks. Don't wear it, please. It's terrible. It ruins your nose. You can't drink wine, or like, I'd rather have somebody smoke the $5 cigar right next to me at a gambler's table than wear patchouli oil. I'm just saying.
Oh, really?
I hate patchouli oil, dude. I'm sorry.
It is oft overused, and it is oft overused
by stinky hippies, and they bathe in
it. Non-bathing community.
Yeah, they use it as an excuse not to bathe. Now, look, I just said I only bathe like once every 2 weeks. That being said, I don't stink like a hippie, and it's just, dude, it's not. You cannot go, I'm not going to bathe today. Instead, I'm just going to roll in this oil that smells like cat feces. You know what I mean? Anyway.
It is overused. I will agree with that. I think it has a place in certain elements, and it's a better dry smell than it is a wet smell, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But definitely abused. Definitely abused.
So did you get, rewatching this, did you get a little bit of flashbacks of working at a distillery? Because basically, they use some of the same equipment as a distillery does. And I definitely got some flashbacks about our copper still that we use at NVD. And yeah. I like how he said, now maybe he was talking about a different part, but it sounded like Baldini said that he invented the cooling coils on the side. He did. Like, no. He did. I wrote that. I have that in my notes.
Okay.
He did say that he invented. Okay. That is a huge error. Those cooling coils were invented at least 1,000 years before. At least.
It was pretty cute. It was pretty funny. It was pretty cute because they've been part of the machine the whole. It doesn't work without it.
Yeah,
guys.
I was about to say it doesn't work without it.
It's an integral part of the machine. It helps cool the. It's a condensation coil. It's a condenser. You put ice cold water outside the tube, and you put the hot vapor inside the tube, and it becomes a concentrated liquid. I think how the whole thing. That's the whole thing works.
I think his claim.
I mean, I guess it will do it without it. Technically,
I guess
it will just take a very, very long time.
No, I'm thinking his claim was he invented the pump. Remember, he was stepping on this pump that pumped in the cool water, and he goes, "That's
gotcha." Okay,
so
I was like, "That's a big miss." And It's so cute when he offers his. He's like, "I invented this thing," and I'm like, "Okay, like yeah, no, the pump makes more sense."
No, I think because when he was saying he invented this contraption, he starts stepping on this pump that pumps in the cool water, and it comes from a bladder. I think that's what he was discussing. I don't think he was talking about the cooling coil, because everyone knows the cooling coils has been around since the Greeks and the Romans. Everyone's been using it from the Bronze Age or even before, right? I mean, shoot, like distillation has been going on since the Egyptians. We had this technology a long time ago. There's no way this guy maybe he brought it to the perfume world, and maybe he invented this pump. But no, you're right. Yeah, that's. But
I wasn't mad about it because I wasn't sure if he was doing it if the character was saying that, knowing it was a lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's I'm so great. I invented this thing, and there's no Google, so you can't check me.
So did you know that this was actually the biggest production that Germany has ever done to make a movie since like the 40s? Like, I
would believe that.
This was
a lot went into this visually.
Yeah, there was a lot of money in this. I thought this was a French film. It's not. It's actually a German film, and this was the highest budget that they've ever done. At the time, I couldn't get an exact number, but I know it starts with a 6. So meaning it's around probably 60 million. It might, but that it could be above that because of all the extras and stuff they hired. But they said to today's with inflation, this is a $650 million movie. So I know, right? So that's with 20-year inflation and everything else. But did you know that this script was turned down? And I don't know if it was by the producers or anything else, but the 2 directors that were going to do this, first was Ridley Scott, which would have been amazing. I love Ridley Scott's work.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the second, and this is I'm so glad they didn't choose him because he's a one-trick pony. Tim Burton was going to direct this.
I mean, then we would have gotten Sweeney Todd with flowers.
Yeah, exactly. And Sweeney Todd was great. Don't get me wrong, but exactly, Sweeney Todd with flowers is what we would have gotten.
Although I will say this, because this is something I've thought about since the very first time that I watched it. This story would make an absolutely exceptional Broadway musical. Not in the silliness of Sweeney Todd, but more leaning towards like the Scarlet Pimpernel or Les Mis kind of an ensemble cast, kind of dark, gritty French. I mean, that's all Les Mis, but like, there's a vibe in it that's kind of like, did you ever see the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde musical? There's a version of it out there with David Hasselhoff, and he's fucking amazing. Sorry.
No. We're good. We're past the 20-minute mark. No, the last movie I saw with Hasselhoff was Piranha Triple D, which probably is too lowbrow for you, but for me, it's just right.
Probably a little bit.
Probably a little bit.
But yeah, I just it has such a great vibe for a murder musical.
This definitely, you're right though. This almost is Sweeney Todd, but this probably should have been or could be a Broadway. I'm surprised this movie failed the way it did because, I mean, this came out in that hot spot where we had, like you said, we had Les Mis coming out. We had Le Pacte de Loup came out a few years earlier. We had Sweeney Todd. This movie seems like in the early 2000s, it would have been bigger. And I'm surprised that, and also Pan's Labyrinth came out like I think the same year or the year before. I'm surprised this movie didn't do better.
Why? Not why are you surprised, but in the Rotten Tomatoes, what are the bad reviews about? Like, why don't people like it?
Okay, so let's take a look. Let's just read. Okay, so Sarah S says, surreal beauty, heartbreaking, and realistic social outcomes, 5 stars. Okay, and then we have Ed T. Let's see what he says. I
don't care about the 5 stars.
Like all historical fiction movies, ask the audience to suspend the disbelief. This movie begins and then blah, 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 run on sentence. John Walker, it's a solid, well done movie until the final scene, the film where it gets silly. Here goes another one. Waste of great talent. Ben Winshaw, Alan Rickman, Dennis Hoffman. This is one of the dumbest movies I've ever seen. 2 stars. So no, it just got a lot of hate, dude.
That's unhelpful.
Well, don't worry. I'm going to correct those numbers as an official Rotten Tomatoes member. I'm going to judge the curve and give this at least 4 stars. So, all right. So, did you notice that every time, here's my fun facts. Every time John Baptiste leaves the employ of one of his masters, they die in a very comical way.
Most of them are murdered, except for Baldini.
Yeah, Baldini.
Ironically, Baldini is not murdered. The woman is mugged.
Yes.
The
mom is hanged.
The tannery guy is thrown off a bridge and
hits his head. Yeah,
like a reverse carjacking.
And his mom is hung.
His mom is hung. Yeah, his mom is hung, but Baldini dies peacefully in his sleep,
holding his book of recipes. Holding his book of recipes, and it's like it's so foretold throughout the whole movie. Like There's all these little earthquakes right underneath your house. And he's like, don't worry about it. It happens all the time. And then yet he's worried about the alcohol. He's like, whoa, that's pure alcohol. You're going to explode the building. And it's like, dude, your house is shaking constantly. And he's sitting there just holding his little Bible of recipes. And then like his house collapses on him. It's funny. Little thing. Did you notice in this movie, because it bothered me the first time, but now I get it. I wrote this down. No scent, no sound, no soul. So I think because when he goes to the cave, and it's kind of like, in a way, a religious thing, he can't smell himself. He's trying to get a scent off of him, and he can't. And he spends...
Oh, yeah, he tries to wipe everything away from him that's like dirt and grime and Paris and whatever, so he can smell himself. And he can't. Nothing.
And also, he grows out his beard, and he's obviously been there for a couple of days, and it's kind of like,
days. He's been there for
months, weeks,
or maybe more than a week.
And then
he's got long straggles in his beard.
So when I think the reason why he's able to kidnap and get these girls is because he has no scent, no sound, and no soul. Like, I think that's like related is... This whole movie is about how scent is part of the soul or part, So like he's kind of
capturing the essence. I mean, so the word alcohol, right?
Mm-hmm. Means spirit.
Means spirit. It means essence because that's what you're doing when you distill. Is you're distilling something down to its soul. That makes total sense.
So I think the reason why he's able, like when Alan Rickman. They get that castle, that villa on the water, and he's able just to sneak in and grab the key and everything else. He doesn't have a sound, he doesn't have a soul, and he doesn't have a scent. Like he's born with it.
And the plum girl too. He gets right up on her, like he smells her hair.
Yeah,
and she's like, just carving a plum.
By the way,
it's fine.
Again, he and I have something else in common. The redheads in this movie are freaking gorgeous. But it's tragic that they all, Do you think that at the end of the movie, spoiler alerts, when he's standing there and he's wafting the cloth and he's shutting his eyes, and then he has like that moment in his mind with the plum girl that's what he wanted the whole time? Just to have a scent so that way he and the plum girl could be together, and kind of the plum girl was kind of like the catalyst to all this stuff. Because I think after rewatching it, that's kind of what I got from it.
This kid is born unwanted, shot out of his mother, like a Monty Python sketch with less humor, onto the dirt sewage floor of Paris, right?
Yeah.
He spends his childhood being almost murdered by other kids as an infant into this orphanage where he becomes one child among dozens. He doesn't communicate. He doesn't talk for the first bunch of years. He's a weird kid. He's totally ostracized. He's alone. Now he doesn't also smell. Mm-hmm. He's invisible. He's a ghost. She would never notice him. So absolutely, that's the entire point. Is he's trying, and that's what he does. And eventually, he captures the sense. He captures, and I want to talk about this because Baldini
talks for it, man.
About the Egyptian perfume.
Yeah,
the secret Egyptian perfume.
Yeah. When the pharaoh, when they opened up the
he
pharaoh,
has a 13th bottle.
Yes.
in the box that he has, and he discovers whatever that thing is the 13th girl. But no, the whole thing takes place as a bid for connection and belonging and inclusion that he can't produce. So he tries to capture it and does. Mm-hmm. When he applies the perfume on the rag and throws it, the executioner is the first one who says, "This man is innocent." And these people start, if you've ever seen, is there a scene like that in Ben-Hur? There are a couple of movies where Jesus comes out or a similar character, and he even puts his hands out and crosses his feet, and it's a very Christ-like composition visually.
He definitely does the Christ pose and everything else. And like one of my favorite scenes is when he does get the 13th component. And I like it too how they not only talk about like stuff I know from the distillery, but they also talk music about how there's notes. Because I always say in wine tasting, beer tasting, spirits tasting, whatever, there's the front, there's the middle, and there's the finish, right?
Yeah.
And a good brandy, a good bourbon, a good tequila, a good wine, He's right. The finish will stay with you the longest because the finish is when you take your next bite of your steak. Even if you just drank your wine 3 minutes ago, it should stay with you. And also too, when you go wine, spirits, booze tasting, beer tasting, your nose does 85% of your tasting. So
it does most of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely.
So I really did like that. Like, there's so many things in this movie are cool. Real quick, a fun fact. So that one scene with the mom, they actually used 2.5 tons of fish in that market scene, and they cleared away 3 miles of to film that scene. People 6 miles away saying
that's horrendous.
They said 6 miles away they could smell dead fish for weeks.
Gross.
So that's a little fun fact.
Dedication to the craft.
Oh, speaking of dedication to the craft, did you know that you actually witnessed by watching this movie at the time the biggest porno scene in history? There were 650 extras actually naked touching each other at the ending of this film, making this the biggest orgy ever filmed in history. Until recently.
Wow, all right, I believe it.
Until recently, some girl named Blue, she's an OnlyFans girl, had 1,000 dudes. That's gross. This movie is not gross. I mean, it is gross, but it's not that gross. I mean, you know. Hey, if you're into watching pornography, that's all well and good. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that there's a difference between cinema and smut. That's all.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, they're both fun to watch. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying this at the time was one of those things where I don't think you could film this. I don't think you could do this movie today. There's a lot of stuff.
You know, I was thinking about that because until I want to say like 10 years ago, maybe, we didn't have, and certainly not by union rules, we didn't have intimacy coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's a new field. I work at a theater because I'm not allowed to have one job anymore.
No one is.
But I work with a lot of creatives, and
that's why I wear a Timex. I'm broke.
And are coming through, and they're starting careers as intimacy coordinators. And even if it's so much as like, you know, a peck on the cheek or a massage, the intimacy coordinator is involved in making sure that everyone is safe in that environment. And that would be really hard to wrangle with 1,000 people, whatever it is. Like I wouldn't have even thought about it until the discussion that we're having about intimacy coordinators existing.
Yeah. So I found out about that whole intimacy coordinator thing during Eyes Wide Shut. That was 1998 or 1997, I believe. That was the last Stanley Kubrick movie. And those orgy scenes were done, and they had intimacy coordinators come in. And that's when I first heard about that. And I was like, well, if you're an actor, don't. But I get it. I mean, like, don't cancel me, bro. I totally understand. There's great actors out there, and they make great work, but they're not great people. Like Kevin Spacey comes to mind. Great actor, sure. Love his work, but would I be alone in a room with the dude? Probably not.
Right.
I'm not his type, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Sure. But actually, you know what? For the story,
you are his type.
For the story, I think. I don't know. I can give a good back rub. We'll see. Anyway, back to this movie. So yeah, no sounds, no smell, no soul. What other fun
I want to touch on that Egypt thing really quick.
Okay, so, yeah, go for it.
So they open up the box, right? And this perfume comes out, and he basically recreates this legendary, like that legend, once Hoffman tells it, carries thematically through the rest of the movie, and it's basically his mission to do. It's interesting that effectively, although in a wet version, what he's doing with these women is mummifying them.
Yeah,
right. That 13th ingredient mummy? Basically, so, is that the perfume was locked in with this mummified character, and then that creates this iconic perfume that makes people feel like they're in paradise for 20 seconds.
So here's a couple of continuity errors, and I hate to do this, but I have to. It's part of my job, buddy.
You're gonna come up here and pee on my parade.
One thing is the first streetwalker that he finds, and he starts like putting the fat on her, and
the one he actually pays.
The one he actually pays, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
yeah.
she has that dog. So that's actually historically inaccurate, because that dog, I have it written down, the exact make and model of that dog.
Sure.
But those dogs didn't actually come in till 100 years later.
Okay.
Falconer, Factulerro. Oh no, Pekingese dog. So it's the Pekingese. They didn't actually exist until China was conquered by Napoleon and stuff, and so I've looked it up. But also the way the mummifying way that he gets the scent didn't actually happen until about 50 years later. But that could mean that he actually invented it, if you think about it.
I mean, that's we're already deep in fiction, right? Like that is a disbelief I am willing to suspend, I guess. And what's interesting that you say about the dog and the species not existing, two things. I don't care. Like, nothing I care about. But I did notice that the dog was stylized to be a very period appropriate looking dog, because like dog breeds evolve.
Yeah.
And this dog looked like the kind of dog that it was supposed to be portraying as it looks in oil paintings of the time.
And also the other thing is,
I thought that was really neat.
But those dogs also too were like at the time thousands of pounds or francs or whatever. Like there's no way a prostitute would have one. That's another thing that people were saying. But
that's interesting. That is interesting, because if you had a dog like that, I mean, it could have escaped. Like I can play this game with you all day. Like I can make the excuses game.
No, you're right. It could even be a Chinese emperor or something traded her services for the dog. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. But
absolutely,
that's just one of those continuity errors that, like, me as an illustrious podcaster must point out to people. Now, before we get out of here, let's talk about our favorite scenes and our favorite moments from the movie. I'm going to start out. I think the original scene, and I think they reuse it a little bit too much, but the original Plum Girl scene, when he, like the one you were talking about, when he walks behind her and smells her hair and everything else, that scene is perfectly shot. The thing that kills it for me, though, is if you put your hand over someone's mouth, it takes them about 4 minutes to die, and you have to be very strong. Now, I know he works at a tannery, but to cut off somebody's airway, it's about a 4-minute death, and he kills her.
Moviegoer here.
Okay.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
All right.
I don't want to watch someone die for 4 minutes.
No, I mean, the thing that bothers me is I like that Plum Girl is one of my favorite characters in this movie, believe it or not. I mean, she's kind of, in a way, the Deus Machina of this movie. Like, why he does what he does is kind of become a Plum Girl. I really like her a lot. Plus, she's really hot. I mean, but then again, she's got red hair. It's like hard not to, and perfect tits. And then, but the scene that comes after, when he's trying to gather her scent, when he's like rubbing on her navel and
panicking and sort of scooping it all up before it goes away.
Yeah, and that's when he goes Dustin Hoffman. And he goes, "You must teach me how to preserve scent." I love that. That scene is like so great, and I know a lot of people probably like the not the last scene, but the execution scene. I think that scene's okay, but
that one reviewer was right. It does get a bit weird. It takes a hard turn, kind of all of a sudden. I mean, it's not, because the bully at the flower factory, that's where he's learning La Fleurange. Like when he's like, "Get these things out of the storage" or whatever, and then he smells him and he's like, "Please." So we know that like something's up, but the movie takes a very hard turn there.
I also think the scene, and it's just narration, when he's walking and they talk about how powerful his perfume is. He could send a scented letter to the Pope and own the church. He could send one to any.
Kiss his feet. Yeah.
I love that scene. And him getting devoured by everybody. It's at the very end. Spoiler. Is I don't know. Like, I think that, like, we know this movie is dark and it's gruesome, but what it lacks, it really does lack in blood. It's got tons of boobs. It's got tons of grossness, but I also don't like the fact that the montage of him killing girls. This is a 2 hour and 30-minute movie. You could have made it a little bit more horror and suspenseful. It just sucks that Alan Rickman's daughter and Plum Girl are the only really two murders that we get experience. All the other ones are kind of just like, oh, whatever. It's like,
see,
no.
that's where the screen splits between your picture and mine here, because I'm thrilled that didn't exist. I think that would have pushed it over the edge, because so much other smell, texture, sound, color saturation, absolutely stunning, was going on. I think the blood would have been an overplay.
Okay.
I think it would have been an overplay, and I think it might have been too gross, right? Because it's about smell, and blood has a smell, and if you've, like, we've never been to Paris in 17, what have you, right? Like,
yeah.
People kind of know what blood smells like. And I mean, people know what fish and sewage smells like. But like,
blood smells like blood smells like fish usually. It usually has like that same, like, it's got a weird, fresh, irony, coppery smell. If you ever gutted a fish, it kind of smells like that. But I've had someone bleeding in my car before. And like I said, I've bled a lot, but my blood doesn't. It's weird. I swear I have no scent. I swear. But
your blood doesn't smell.
But no, dude, not like my friend Ian was when he got fucking. It doesn't matter. We're too late in the show. When my friend got attacked, he got like beat up, and he was bleeding everywhere, and like you could smell it in my car for like 3-4 days later.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
But yeah, I don't think it was missing that. And again, like going back to your mouth comment, like, I'm okay if murder happens off screen.
Well, I do like how they did very Hitchcockian stuff in this movie. Like, this movie is very Hitchcockian. Like, it has the tropes of rope, you know, or you know what? This actually does borrow a little bit from Vertigo. Like, you know, the guy kind of trying to chases this girl that looks like, because he's kind of trying to chase down Plum Girl the whole movie, you know?
Yeah.
And then when he finds Alan Rickman's daughter, she's the closest thing to it. And there we go, you know? And then she's the 13th tone, if you will.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
By the way, speaking of which, did you know, so the other thing about that, you know, in music, there's only 12 tones. So the 13th tone is kind of like a nod, I think, to musicians, I hope. Oh, and speaking of which, guys, at the end of this episode, I am going to tag on the debut of our new song, Prophet, which is we've been working on for a month on our new album, which is called Dreadnought by, of course, the band Heaven's Heels. We got to get out of here. We got to do our final thought, just like Jerry Springer. But if you do want to stick around, we're going to be talking some Tremors, and we are going to be talking some Slither, two movies you probably haven't seen, at least in a while. But it's up to you, Theodore.
Tremors for sure. The other one I don't think I've ever seen.
Well, stick around for Tremors. But let's get your final thoughts on this. So I just talked about my favorite scenes. I love the Plum Girl scene. I like the journey, the walk scene. Every scene with Dustin Hoffman is it makes this movie, like, it gives it some levity, some light, some humor.
Delightful, yeah. He's delightful.
And you know, Alan Rickman's great in this, but, like, you know, Alan Rickman kind of always plays the same character, which I'm not, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
When he comes up to him at the execution scene and he goes, "My son, I'm so sorry." Like, but at first you're like, oh no, he's the one who could see through it, but he can't, because when he comes too close, he gets the essence of him.
That is a real emotional punch, because you want him to, like, you're not rooting for the bad guy. Like he's got, I mean, you are a little bit, but then you're also like, the end of your story is death, right? You die because you can't play anymore, right?
Yeah.
And you want Alan Rickman to, like, get a little bit, and he doesn't, and it's absolutely devastating. It's absolutely devastating.
Yeah, when the door opens up, like another one of my favorite scenes is when the door opens up and we see she's dead, right? And there's a glow when it happens, when he sneaks in and does all that stuff. And the room lights up. Uh-oh. You still here? Uh-oh. We might have a problem.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, I'm still here.
Okay. But when the room lights up, when he opens up the door, and then you see her bald, so you know that. And also, I like it too. Like, he doesn't violate the victims, but he takes their hair, and that's like a big thing, is him squeezing out the oil. Like, that's. And then he starts when he makes the his final creation, and he's just on a hillside using like a tiny glass distillery. I like that scene a lot too. There's so many great scenes in this movie. It is a little long, though. I mean, it's a 2 hour and 24-minute watch. I think it could have been edited better. Because, like I said, they recycle a lot of footage. Like, I don't think we should have saw Plum Girl all throughout the movie. I mean, I know it makes her important.
They could have been quick flashes, though. They were a little bit long. There's a lot of, and I liked it. I don't have a huge problem with the length of the movie, but there are some scenes where there's just a long, continuous camera shot and no dialogue. And I feel like those probably could have been shortened a couple of minutes.
Yeah, like if they just would have flashed.
But like a couple, because I think they could have still gotten their point across.
So I think if they would have taken the 7 approach, where you just see a flash, like real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, it would be a different vibe because the rest of the movie is so languid and sort of oozy and slow. It would have changed the tone a little bit, but I still agree with it to a point. Like, I think if you and I were editing it, we would pick somewhere between a long continuous shot and a flash.
So yeah, because the long shots in this movie are fantastic. Here's how to fix this movie. Here's how to make it a 90. Hire David Fincher. Have David Fincher as the co-director and shave it down to 2 hours, not 2 hours and 24 minutes. There's definitely 24 minutes.
There's probably 24 minutes of fat.
Yeah, there definitely is. But do not touch the Dustin Hoffman stuff. Keep that in there. That's great. But and by the way, I do have one issue with this movie that was bothering me when I was watching it. During the hide and seek part, how did he get the twins? I mean, I know we talked about no soul, no scent, no sound. How did he get both the twins? Like, that's 2 bodies. That's kind of hard to do, man. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it's a maze. It's dark. Shove them in a bush.
That's what she said.
Magic.
Stagecraft.
Look over there. Look over there. A terrible excuse.
I don't know, but it just, and also, one scene I will say that should have probably been longer is the one you were just talking about, when the bully dude is messing with him when the flowers are delivered, and he's got the girl in the container, and he's like, why do you have this covered? And he goes, I'm working on an experiment. I think sunlight will
taking the daylight out.
Yeah. And he pours and he goes, I guess I failed. Like, it would have been more dramatic if he would have done something. Like, I'm not saying either murdered him or maybe smashed the glass or because he gets so mad at Dustin Hoffman's thing about the cat and the copper. Why is he so calm in this point? I don't know. That just it bothered me. I'm like, aren't you
character growth and psychopathy pretty much? But they can't kill. He couldn't have murdered what's his face because he gets killed in the end. Spoilers. Once he gets devoured by the townspeople, they can't find him, so they blame that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets hung for his crimes.
Yeah, most of it. Oh, by the way, all right. So we're wrapping up the show. Theodore, this is Kevin Smith. Theodore just started a new podcast called Threads of History. It's fantastic. Nice. Kevin Smith is another horror goon like me. And we're just wrapping up the movie Perfume, A Tale of Murder. Have you ever seen it, Kevin Smith?
No, but that sounds intriguing. Is it French?
It's very.
It's not. You would think, but it's set in France and made by a German.
Yes, it's a bit of all right. So it's very artsy, but It's got a
and
high,
based off a Spaniard.
yeah, it's got a high body count. I think we were talking 17 deaths, 18 deaths.
Yeah, I have it. I started counting and then I kind of lost count. It's at least 13 because of the girls,
And then
it's 4, and then 7 prior to that. So what's 7 and 13?
Okay, so 20 deaths, and then we have Anyway, but it's about a man that wants to create a perfume out of females to be kind of like invincible or immortal in some way. It's kind of a vampire movie in a way.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Can't
It
he
just
just
turns
lick
out
their
that the
armpits?
scent of a woman was already taken.
Yes. Cool, you guys. All right. Well, we're done. Any final thoughts, Theodore, on this before we get into Tremors?
Yeah, because I love this so much. Drop by drop, I will trickle my disgust into you, and until finally you perish. It's Rickman's last words before he
when he's talking
he dunks him in the thing in the water. It's the last thing he says.
Yeah, when he's waterboarding
remember
him.
this, and yeah.
Also,
the language really, really poetic with Alan Rickman and then John Hurt narrating. The narration lines are really poetic.
Also, too, I must tell you, the final cologne that he makes is actually a mixture of vinegar and Coca-Cola.
Gross.
No, when he's finally like distilling it though, it's vinegar and Coca-Cola was the how they did it. So
Old Coke or new Coke?
I don't think it's the Bill Cosby Coke, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, dear.
Well, shoot.
All right, everybody, but I got my own episodes to record, so
Theodore,
I'm gonna
make friends with Kevin. I'll send you guys a link. You guys definitely should hook up. Theodore's
do that.
Theodore's an amazing VA. So
Awesome. Pleasure meeting you, dude.
Yeah, pleasure meeting you, Kevin.
cool. Hey, Theodore, let's not make this every 2-year thing. Let's do it more often. What do you say?
100%. We got to watch The Warriors because my dad worked on that in the 70s.
I remember you telling me this when on my first day, like years ago. So we're talking about the late 1970s Warriors.
Yeah. Somebody rapes somebody and then revenges. He spends the movie revenging them.
Come out to play. That one?
Is that what that movie's about?
No, not that one.
Oh, damn.
I'll have to look it up. I'll send you the link. But anyway, thanks for having me on again. This was great.
Cool. All right. Well, stick in the community, man. We're gonna keep you in mind. And for everyone looking for Theodore Alexander, go check out his podcast, Threads of History. It's
I do want to make one small edit for copyright reasons. It is the Threads of History.
Sorry, I apologize.
Some other smaller podcast has something called Threads of History, which has nothing to do with fashion.
So that's
I don't know how much that matters in the world of
it actually does. Notice I say Knife Party Pod and not say Knife Party Podcast because there's actually a Knife Party Podcast and they're an Australian group and they suck and they're like Skrillex and they're terrible and they anyway.
So the small details. The devil is in the details. And in this case, it is in an article.
The Threads of History. You could find him on my X. He's brand new to X, and I'll be promoting him. And he's going to be putting up his shows, and I will be retweeting him. Theodore, thanks so much. So, you want to do the Warriors next? Because I don't know how much you're into fashion from the World War II era, because I'm about to be doing some Godzilla movies, if you're interested. I'm going to be doing Godzilla -1 and the original Godzilla and Godzilla 1985, and then I'm going to be doing Shin's Godzilla because I'm huge in Japan, and I love it.
Yeah, man, I love all that.
Well, just let me know what your availability is like, and we'll get you in as soon as possible. But go check out his podcast, guys. I'm telling you, it's awesome. My wife loves it. It's the best thing. If you're having a glass of wine and you want to go to sleep, his voice is so relaxing. You're just like, damn, I'm languidly going to sleep right now.
I'm like vocal NyQuil.
He is.
Yeah.
All
right, Theodore, love you. Thank you so much.
Good night, everybody.
See you, Theodore.